welcome to Crumpets and Kerosene, an actual play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Kelly, and around my table, we got some amazing players.
Merle, interesting fact for Merle today, his favorite dinosaur is the Brontosaurus. He has no real good reason why. It's just, it looks really cool.
That's stupid. That's everyone's favorite. Duh.
It's not everyone's favorite. My favorite's the Stegosaurus. God.
My favorite's an Allosaurus because it sounds like my name.
Oh, all right.
Mine's the Brontosaurus.
Oh, God.
Don't be like that.
Oh, my God. You lost levels. What about you, Lee?
I'm Lee. I play Alora, and Alora always wanted to pick up something like knitting. She's really, really into cross stitch because it looks like pixels, like pixel art. But pickles. She's very bad at it, so it just never came together. She's got a whole collection of threads and needles, though. They'll just go untouched.
I want to know if there's pickle art.
That's all I'm hearing in my head now.
You can make pickle pixel.
Ooh, trademark
how many pixels did Peter Piper
Shit.
pickle? I don't know.
Can't do that one.
What about you, Brent?
I don't know. I'm Brent. I play Jason. And the fun fact about Jason is that he is 6'2".
That's a stat. That's not a fun fact.
I don't.
What's his blood type?
His blood type is he's a universal donor.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he's a universal donor, but he likes to take as much blood as possible.
Yeah.
That's true.
Jars of blood? No, it's just bags. Alrighty. Well, unfortunately, Allison Webb is not able to join us for this episode. She plays the character Sophia. Fun fact about Sophia is her family's worth millions. They just haven't given her any money yet. Well, that about wraps up the crew. Hey, Jason, what happened last episode?
So they want me to talk about what happened on the last episode of Crumpets and Kerosene. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, I can do that because I fucking won a race. And they're like, yeah, but other stuff happened too. I'm like, yeah, I killed a lot of people and won a race. And they're like, yeah, but you have to tell people what happened also. I'm like, okay, like, it turned in some shit, and Alora got, like, some clothes, and Eli summoned a freaking rhino. Ooh, big whoopie-doo. And then we killed Albie, and Merle got another piece of his stupid armor. But I won a freaking race. I was the best. And I got a shit ton of gold from it.
Welcome, adventurer. Get ready. Pack a bag, grab a snack, set back, and hang on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You guys checking the bag out?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I hand it over to Merle. It's his loot from his guy, so I hand it over.
Okay, so each one of you can put your hand in the bag and pull something out.
Oh,
okay.
Like a grab bag.
So go ahead.
D10, right?
Roll me a D10 minus 1.
That's a 9 minus 1, so 8.
So roll your percentage, Merle.
65.
That's always a good sound.
Yeah, when he's pissed, it means
What game-breaking item are you going to give us now?
Yeah, right.
The raging poisoning.
It's a Cloak of Arcana.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can look that up. Who's drawing next?
Cloak of Arcana, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, who should you hand it back to?
Who are you handing the Halloween bag to now? Or are you going to give it to anybody?
So I gave it to Eli.
okay. Yep, I rolled a 9.
Okay, roll percentage.
And then an 82.
You get a Lunar Stone of Leadership.
A Moonstone of Leadership.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's getting the bag next?
I'll reach in.
Okay.
Rolled a 2.
Alrighty, now roll percentage.
That is a 89.
Oh. You pull out a helmet of comprehending languages. Pretty cool.
Don't think I need to look that one up. I'm going to hand the bag to Jason.
I get big things.
Ooh. Hey, your trophy's good enough.
Trophy.
8 minus 1 is 7.
Roll percentage, please, sir.
55.
Iron, 55 is Iron Bands of Bowler. I don't know. Look it up. It's on table G of the random magic item table. And you can look that up yourself, sir. You're going to save the bag for...
What's the helmet look like?
I don't know. Look it up yourself.
It's your game. You're not going to describe it.
Yeah,
We got to describe every fucking spell we put out, but you can't tell me what a helmet looks like.
No, I'm going to let you just describe the description of the gear. So you can form it any way you want, because most of the items in the book look really corny and stupid. So I usually let you guys describe the outfit stuff, unless it's like very specific to something I made. I did not make this item, so this helmet could be any helmet form that you'd want it to.
Okay, so it's just going to be like a simple circlet then. Just
what was the benefit of your helmet, Alora?
It's a comprehend languages.
Cool.
So it's just going to be like a golden circle.
Perfect.
Just put it on my head.
Are you going to save the bag for Sophia, or are you just going to...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Throw it on the ground and leave. Yeah, we got all this cool shit, but we didn't save the bag for her. Okay, so that's the end of this.
What about that other lady we were playing with?
She's still on the road, looking for you guys. She's always 2 towns behind you. Huh?
So this cloak that I got, I thought you said Cloak of Arcana. It's Cloak of Arachnida or Arachnata or whatever.
Is it? Yeah, I misread that. Yeah, Arcanata. What, tell us.
That's
tell
like
us,
your boots, isn't it?
Tell us what it does.
So, resistance to poison damage, climbing speed equal to your walking speed. Move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free.
Oh my god, you're like...
so it's like a spider climb.
Yeah, and you can't be caught in webs of any sort and can move through webs as if they were difficult terrain. You can also use an action to cast a web spell once a day. But if you use that, the cloak can't be used again until the next dawn.
Must be nice.
Pretty useful.
Ridiculous.
Welcome to the holidays.
I'm actually going to toss what I got out of the bag to Alora and just say, I think you'll make a lot better uses of this than I will.
What is it?
It is a Ion Stone. The leadership one, Loon Stone. No, IOUN,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ion.
Mm-hmm.
Ion? Loon? But it's this magical stone that orbits your head at a distance of 1d3 feet and confers a benefit. It has an AC of 24 or a DC of 24 if someone wants to snatch it.
Mm-hmm.
And the leadership one increases your charisma by 2.
Oh, shit, yeah. All right, that's awesome. I thought this was only a Pathfinder or a Starfinder thing. I didn't know they had Ion Stones here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. I will definitely use this. So I just sort of like hold it above my head and it starts floating. I got all sorts of shit on my head now. Look magical as hell.
Eli, as you hand over your gift, a distant voice comes out of the sky above you, and of your mother, and she's passed many moons ago, and she drops a teardrop onto your hand as you hand the stone over to Alora, and the teardrop dissolves into your hand, and you gain a extra level for your tremendous generosity.
Oh shit! Like a
whole
level?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I've given away plenty of shit. No one's giving me levels.
That's awesome, dude.
I guess it's much harder for Eli to do it than it is Laura. So
you also have a badass bracelet, so just trying to spread the wealth. Again, it's a holiday game or episode. So where are you guys heading now? You got left is the tower.
So I killed Albie. So does anything else happen after I kill Albie?
You don't have the urge to hunt him down anymore, and he does not have the urge to hunt you down either.
Right, which is fine. That's fair. But also, there was a whole getting equipment, and also spells or something. I seem to remember.
Yeah, it was the boots. Not the boots, because the boots you already have. Albie's sword, because he put that away. is stuck into the bottom of the car. Like you can see the hilt, and so you grab that blade. I forgot about that. So yes, you're missing one piece of the armor.
Okay, so what's the
Completely
sword though?
What's it look like, Dad? What's it look like? This sword is wicked looking. It's the handle is made out of ivory. The blade itself is
again with ivory.
the handle or the blade itself is a mixture of onyx and metal smelted together, so it has a shine, and it has some writing onto the blade itself. And as soon as you pick it up, you hear a voice in your head, and it says, "Oh, we're gonna have some fun now," and you fall asleep. No, you're good to go.
Okay, so it's a sentient blade. That's interesting.
Wait, so you have a helper, a cockroach friend, and a sentient blade. You have so many friends.
I actually feel like the cockroach friend is probably going to go to Alora. It makes more sense that she would have like a buddy that's a spellcaster, because she too is a spellcaster and a lot more charismatic.
Seems
than
like
Merle
maybe
is.
the
I
druid
am not giving
should
any more
have it.
levels.
Maybe her and Tom won't get along though.
Okay,
Just give friends away.
yeah, here you go.
Friends are.
He's a sentient being. You don't own him. You can't just give him to me.
Well, just give me 5 gold and you can have them.
5 gold and he's all yours.
But you need to build him his own pocket.
Okay, so the thing about this blade, it is a 1d8 blade, and it's a +3 right now. I'm sorry, it's +1 as of right now. And so it living weapons in my game progress with you, and so it will eventually get better and better. Laura knows this because she has a living item as well. And so the more she levels, the more it levels, and the vice versa. And the same applies for you. And it doesn't backload from your current level. So you're not going to get all the stuff from previous. But from this point forward, every level you gain, it will also level up. And it does not have to do anything special on strikes. It's completely random until you are attuned to the weapon itself or it accepts you, which could take several games. And it randomly will do extra stuff for you, depending on how you.
Okay.
So, okay.
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
Did anything happen when I did level to my bracelet?
I don't have that information for you right now, but if
Okay, cool.
we need to use it
We'll do that later.
in the tower, then we'll work that out. Okay, so you guys are, Jason, you have this strong urge to head to the tower now. You feel the end of your task, your mission is right there.
I think we're almost done here, guys.
All right.
Well, we just gotta go to that tower now, right?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Can I see Sophia on our trackers?
Yeah, she's in the
How far
tower.
away? Of course she is.
Of course she is.
Okay.
What I expected.
She's at
Okay.
the top of the tower.
Oh, like a princess.
We have
Yeah.
elevation on our tracking too.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
So it's like it says 900 meters, 180 degrees, and altitude's 265.
Awfully specific.
It's a mortar thing because I do everything in mills and elevation. That's why I'm good at what I do. Okay,
Well,
so
let's go on over.
you guys start making your way to the tower, and as soon as you walk out of the stadium and you start making it to the road, the stadium lights start flashing inside, and you hear, "Oh yeah, it's getting started now!" And then you just hear loud music, just like booming, and more smashing and crashing and bashing.
Jason's really tempted to turn around.
I thought we left that stuff back in Exodus. I didn't think we'd be running into this sort of thing again.
Yeah.
Merle's really tempted to just walk up the side of the tower because of his new cloak, but he won't do that because he realizes that's game breaking.
Also, you'd leave us behind.
Why
That's
don't you
true,
turn
yeah.
into a bird and fly straight to the top of the tower and surpass
Well, I was gonna say, if you
everyone?
feel like going up there and taking on the big baddie on your own while we climb up the tower for 10 rounds, that doesn't
Right.
seem wise.
It's also not very fair.
Yeah.
Last night, last
You
night,
die.
That's probably true.
last night, one of the guest players, she turned into a bird and went straight to the top. And I was like, okay, so you get to the top of the window and you surpass everything I had planned, and this is what you see. And she flew back down because she realized that it's not.
Oh, who's hurting right now? Does anybody else have missed HP?
Everyone I stabbed.
I didn't get hit. How you doing?
I'm at 42 out of 79. So
Okay,
not
so-
terrible, but not great.
I'm going to. Let's see, I could.
Oh wait, I can just hold on. I'll just use. I'll use. What's it called? My hit dice, which we
Take a
never
little-
do.
Short rest.
But you have to do a short rest. So
No, you have to do a rest to get them back, not to use them.
what?
A short
No, you
rest.
have to do
You have
short
to take a
rest.
You have
short
to do a
rest to
short
use
rest
Oh,
them.
yeah, long rest
Yeah.
to get them back. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, but I
Well,
have
do
something
one.
for this. If you would give me a second.
Okay.
Don't do
If
it.
we would all listen for a moment. So you look pretty beat up, and I know we don't have a lot of time. So Laura's gonna kind of like be like, "Come on, let's go sit on this bench over here." And tap the bench.
You
next
guys
to me.
walk
Come
up
on,
a
Ben.
bench.
Come on, buddy.
A bench spews out of the ground, and
Well, I imagine it's like a big sprawling garden in front of this hotel, right? Like you,
oh yeah,
you just
there's a newlywed married couple like circling around the grounds out there.
Aw. Well, anyway, I'm just like, come here, come sit down.
All right. So Merle sits tentatively down on the far end of the bench, not sure what's about to happen.
All right, so I'm going to start playing the very slow music. I'm like, just close your eyes for a minute. You'll feel a lot better. And I'm going to cast Catnap.
Oh.
You get the benefits of a short rest within 10 minutes instead of an hour.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
I
I'm gonna
just
go-
got that today.
I'm gonna go claim my right of prima nocta.
Okay.
Well, each of you can also
Weird.
do this. Don't be a creep. Any of you.
Yeah, no kidding.
I thought she was going to pull the Remington 700 out, load around, and end his life right there.
I can help with this.
You come
You'll
back
feel
with
real
the-
better soon.
Yeah, you're fully healed. You have nothing that you previously had. Okay,
So yeah, you can use as many hit dice as you want to get back up to full. If any of you guys also need to recover, I can do it for 3 other creatures. So,
I'm okay. I didn't get hit.
okay.
we'll just make it so
Just
that, like
roll.
right now, as you play it, it envelops the group, and everybody can roll, and it only counts as one. So you're playing for the group, and so if anybody needs to roll for your hit dice, go ahead and roll it now before you enter the tower.
But we just said that we're all good except for Merle. So.
Okay.
Yep, I'm good now. I think I used 4.
Use the
No, 5 hit
catnap
dice.
then.
Okay.
Jason
Four hit
doesn't
dice.
need it, but he sleeps anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
enjoy the song.
about 10 minutes of her playing, you guys all feel pretty good and rested up. And you start heading towards the tower. And as you get to the front door of the tower, there's 2 torches on the outside. The door looks pretty simple and basic. What would you like to do? What's the order of going in?
Guessing Jason's first.
Jason.
So
Yeah.
here's how it's going to go. The order of going in is also going to be the initiative, and this initiative will apply all the way to the end of this tower. So we don't have to
Okay.
roll initiative every single floor that you guys go on, just in case you run into something in every single floor.
Should be fine though.
But
I don't think I should be in the very back.
so instead of
Squishy.
rolling initiative, you guys can go ahead. And
I'll take the back.
you guys can decide what the movement of order is.
First.
I'll go second.
Jason.
I'll go third.
Merle.
I'll go fourth.
Laura.
And
Eli.
so this tower, before we make our way through it, and while we're huddled up in the Song of Rest, do we want to try and do this kind of under the radar and sneaky? Because I have a spell that will cover our tracks and I can cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
Well, that's a good idea. Jason knocked.
No, you guys are standing outside.
But Jason, you have to be
No,
sneaky.
you already knocked.
That doesn't mean down every door. All right. Well, there
sure.
goes that.
The squire. Fuck.
You guys can be sneaky.
What did we name him? What's your squire's name?
Tensus.
Tonsus.
Ansus.
Jason, you knocked on the door, and the door opens up.
Huh.
Yes.
Hi, looking for the general manager.
Oh, he's upstairs.
We have an appointment. Could you take us to him?
No, not going up
Ooh.
there.
Deception.
Sure.
Hey,
Roll.
that's a DM call.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Roll a deception.
Ooh. 18 on the die plus 4. 22.
And he looks down at the paper and he goes, this is blank anyway. And he crumples up and walks away. And he goes, yeah, it's take the stairwell, go to the next door, and good luck. And he sits back down, and there's a group of people playing cards. Bunch of skeletons just sitting there.
I'm gonna look over one of their shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just playing cards. He's like,
You got 3 aces. Good job.
I was totally going to do that.
He throws his cards up, and he goes, thanks, guy.
You're welcome. Let's go.
I'm gonna head up the stairs.
Thanks for your help.
Okay. On this door, it says, the Psycho Witch, Becky.
That seems rude.
I'm gonna knock.
And you hear some muffling sound. It sounds like people tied up or something. You're not really sure. And the door slit opens, and you see her beady little eyes looking at you. Goes, and she looks at you, and she goes, "Yes, how can I help you? We're busy even here. We're busy.
Well, us too. We need to get to the general manager.
Oh, well, that's cool." And she shuts the slide.
That's all?
Yep.
I'm gonna kick the door.
Okay. Roll.
Kick the door.
Well, you don't have to strike it, but yeah, strength check.
That's a...
Oh, 1. You break your foot, you're useless for the rest of the tower.
It's a 23 athletics.
Okay. Yep. Door blows apart.
Yeah, you really can't ask him to do strength checks.
So as you,
You
get
can.
You can.
As
It's just
as you get into the room, it's pretty big. It's about 40 by 40. And in the middle of the room, you see 2 individuals. They look really emaciated and shriveled, and they're typing on typewriters. And she's sitting across from them, and she's giddy and happy, and she's super excited, and she keeps circling around them as they're typing faster and faster. And you can see these weird lines leading from their hands to the computer, the typewriters themselves, and they're moaning as they're typing faster and faster. There's a huge fire in the room as well. That's
I'm
eliminated.
going to just kind of step aside and like put my arm out to Alora and be like, I think this is your job first.
What? To do what? I don't say. I just like, yeah, definitely. I'll take the lead because I don't want him to be ashamed of me.
As he says that to you, she goes, "Oh, we have guests, and you see like both of the figures slowly turn, struggling, and you can see just it looks like they're being drained of all their blood. Into the typewriters, and they just kind of look back at the typewriters, and they're slowly typing.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the spell pulled up.
Exorcism.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to walk forward and. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to start playing like some really like awful like screechy notes at them, and I need all 3 of them to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, as you step into the room and you step down into like towards them, you step through appears to be like a bubble. To everybody else, it ripples. The air around her ripples as she steps into a bubble that has a light tint that circles the room, and Alora is inside this bubble now, and they roll a 20, a 17, and a 2.
All right.
So-
Well, one doesn't make it. Who was the two?
One of the guys at the typewriter. Obviously.
All right.
not
So
that.
he has Bane. So whenever he makes a roll, he has to also roll a d4 and subtract that number.
Okay. He doesn't look like he's changed his position, and the other two, or the other one, doesn't seem like he did anything. And she's like, "Oh, that's adorable." As she like pulls this
He's a waste.
butcher knife out of her waistband, and she goes to strike you.
That's fair.
Ooh. sounds pretty legit. And she strikes you because she got a 19. And
Wait, let me check.
plus
Yes, that beats me.
I think your AC is 17, right?
Yeah. It's not as bad as before, but it's not great.
strike sword.
I thought it was a butcher knife.
I mean butcher knife, so it's considered a short sword. Sorry, I'm just looking at what she actually has. She hits you for 7.
Ah!
Right here is
and-
wine.
And so for a bonus action, she starts dancing and she starts belting a tune. And go ahead and roll me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Luckily, I'm okay at those. That is a 23.
Okay. Oh shit, that would have been horrible. As she dances around you, your guitar begins to vibrate and reflects her audible sound back. And well, it doesn't do anything to her, but it deflects from you. And yeah. Go ahead and start. Jason, what would you like to do?
Seeing as the battle has commenced, I'm going to try to tackle the witch.
Okay.
And that is a crit fail.
Oh.
All right, you stumble, and as you hit the bubble that she walked through, you slowly enter into the bubble. So it's like slow motion, like you're melding inside of it, and you fall into the room onto the ground. Merle.
Oh.
All right. So Merle is going to come into the room and unhook the two guys from the typewriters.
All right, you're gonna break the
Does he
bubble.
see- Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so you go into the bubble. You get to the first guy. You're not gonna be able to unhook both of them. They're on
Okay.
opposite sides of each other. But you get to the first one, and
Yeah.
that's your action.
He seems like he's being taken advantage of. Like he definitely. So like Merle's gonna, I guess use his medicine skill to pull the IV or whatever out of the.
I mean, you can just. Oh, sure. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, killing him.
Yeah, I don't want him to die. That's the point. I'm trying to help him.
Yeah, go roll your medicine.
All right.
Don't fail.
19 plus 4, so 23.
You slip it out pretty good, and surprisingly, no blood comes to the surface. And he looks at you, and he's like, "Oh," and he grabs the line, and he jams it back into his hand as he turns back to the typewriter, and he begins to type faster. And then she goes to strike you. She gets advantage because you're not facing her, because you're helping the guy. And not 20 and a 14. So she's going to strike you with that lovely blade. You're going to take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Eli.
I am going to. I'm going to run forward into the room, casting Shillelagh on my club,
Okay.
and I'm going to take a swing at her.
All right. So you break the bubble. Everybody's inside the bubble. Good job. Good job.
Okay.
This will be considered first round. Okay. So roll to strike.
It's going to be 14.
No. She sidesteps your shillelagh And we're going to go back to the top. Everybody roll me a 1d4. Except for Eli. You will roll a 1d4 at the end of her turn.
I got a 3.
Oof. 2. 2. You guys age. 3 years for Laura, 2 years for Merle, and 2 years for Jason.
Oh, shit.
Heading up to those 30s then.
Yeah. You feel just a little bit older.
Does that mean I'm closer to being attuned with my sword?
No. We're not speeding time. Well, time speeding in this room, but you're not. Yeah. She misses you, Eli. Jason. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jason. No, Alora. My bad. Alora, what would you like to do?
I'm going to. Is she still like dancing around?
Yeah.
How far away is she from me?
She's striking distance.
Because she hacked at me. Okay, so I'm going to just pluck a note and cast Thunderclap. Bam.
Okay.
So that's 5 feet in front of me, and she needs to make a con save.
What's her con bonus? Plus 2. What does she need to get over?
15.
Okay, she got 15. But it does knock her back. She hits the typewriters, and one of them falls off the table, and she stumbles to grab it before it hits the ground. As soon as it hits the ground, you see that her exposed leg shatters, and to, like a piece of what's that? Porcelain. Yeah. Shatters on the ground as she hits. She's at disadvantage, and so she goes. Her turn was to grab the thingy. Does not happen. Jason.
Do I notice that this happened?
Oh yeah, he's totally see her. Like it landed on its side, and you see a couple of the keys fall off as like her leg shatters.
I'm going to pick up the other typewriter and yeet it across the room.
Okay, roll that.
Yeet.
The 20. Nope, 19 to hit.
Okay. God, I didn't think you guys had figured this out so fast. It shattered against the wall, and as soon as it shattered against the wall, you hear her scream as her soul is sucked out of the porcelain body that she was once in, and it crumbles to like a million pieces. And then the two people at the table slowly dissipate into dust, and as they dissipate into dust, white light envelops the dust, and they reform into their healthy human selves, and they're waving at you as they float off. And as they float off, they cast rejuvenation and restore everybody's hit points.
Nice.
Oh, that was very nice of them.
Not your age.
I'll wave
Laura, get your ghost back.
I know, that was my first thought too.
No. I got. It looks
Eli.
like she didn't have a leg to stand on.
I'll give you inspiration. That's awesome.
Dude.
Eli, roll me a 1d4.
3.
All right, you lost 3 years of your life.
Ugh.
Oh.
Gone forever.
No, he gained 3 years.
It's worse than
Just really
college, but
quickly.
not quite university.
No, I'm sorry, you gained 3 years. Sorry, you're not getting younger. You're getting older.
Sounds like my time at Plymouth State.
Yeah, they still haven't caught the strangler. I don't know what happened.
Jesus.
Okay, the bubble is still in effect. What do you guys like?
Let's get out of this room.
Okay.
GTFO out of that bubble.
Yeah. Let's go to the next
Is there
level.
another door?
Okay, yep. You guys
Is
see
there
the
anything
door.
interesting?
Oh, roll me a perception.
Laura doesn't think about such things.
Now, you can do one of two things. You can take the bag that you see on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
but if doing so, everybody will lose 1d4 again as they pull the items out of the bag. Because the bag
Or we could leave.
the bag is like it pillars up from like the all the pieces, and it turns into a chalice, and it has 4 little baggies sitting in it, and so you have the option to either take the prize or you can leave. If you take the
Question.
prize, it's a consequence. Yes.
Can I pick up all 4 bags and toss 3 to them and only take the penalty for me?
You can try.
Okay, I'll try.
Very brave of you.
Okay. You grab your first bag. Roll me a 1d10 minus 1.
3.
Roll me percentage.
30.
Potion of clarification. Oh no, you have to look that one up. It's table C and whatever you.
Can you clarify the
Clairvoyance?
potion
Yeah,
definition?
yeah.
for me?
Could you clarify that? Yeah.
No, I can't.
Hey,
It's actually just butter.
Hey.
It's just
separated
liquid
by the
butter.
can.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it. You go to grab the other bags, but they don't move in your hand.
Merle's pretty sure that time doesn't matter anymore because he's dead in the real world. So he just goes and grabs a bag.
Yeah, I'll follow the lead and grab a bag too. While we're
That was
at it.
Jason's thought, too.
Yeah, Jason, roll 1d4.
So Merle's got 7 on his 10.
That's a
on
4.
his D10. So it's an 8 minus 1, 7.
Okay, roll percentage.
Percentage it is, sir. Do these 2 here. It'll be a 35. 35.
You get another cloak. This cloak is brown on one side and dark on the inside. You have a cloak of the bat.
Cloak of the Bat.
Mhm.
All right.
Take your 1d4 of age.
Yep.
Anybody else?
2
do it?
again.
Eli said he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Roll your 1d10 minus 1
Okay,
and your
so
percentage.
7 total. 8 minus 1, and then my percentage. It's gonna see. That's gonna be 26.
You get bracers of defense. So there's
Ooh,
bracers and cross arms on the book.
ooh, sweet.
Laura. Oh, take your d4 and age.
I'm going to walk up and grab the last bag.
Okay.
1d10, right?
1d10 minus 1.
So that's 9. And where's my other fucking d10? That is 31.
31. You get a rod of security,
It doesn't do anything. It just makes me feel better when I hold it.
basically.
Is that like
Security
marrying a
are
really,
awesome.
is that like marrying a really rich guy?
Basically.
That's a crazy expensive item.
I don't know what it is.
It creates like a demi-plane that you can go to and be safe.
What?
Son of a bitch.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll look at it later.
If anybody wants the Cloak of the Bat, I'd be willing to trade something at some point because I can't use 2 cloaks.
Pretty good for Eli, probably.
You put one in the front and one in the back.
That'd be cool.
I'm sure Eli wouldn't mind flying and turning
Yeah.
into a bat.
Flying, turning into a bat, and you get advantage on dexterity stealth checks in an area of dim light or darkness.
Like, I'll take the Dracula cloak.
Okay, so
Sounds
you guys
really
are
cool.
going to the next door. And the next door is... Okay.
All right, Eli, what do you want to trade?
You guys going to the door or are you going to trade?
I am.
Yeah, we're going through the
Let's
door.
get out
We can
of here
walk,
first. Yeah, let's
we
get
can
here
walk
first.
and talk.
We can handle that after.
walk and talk. Yeah,
Someone's on a time crunch.
that's true. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I'll give you 4 magazines of interest.
Oh, God.
Let's just continue. We'll deal with it later.
or I got a thermite flare you can have. This-
Pulls out the magazines. They all just say "just tugged," and it's just pictures of dudes.
oh.
Uh,
And I'm out.
okay, so you open the door to this next room, and there's a giant pool of water that circles the room. The room is circular, obviously, in a tower. In the middle, there is a pillar, and it has a some weird. It looks like a computer chip, and it's inside of a. Looks like a giant cube of goo, and there's like several skeletons trying to grab this weird device thing. And there's no bridge leading to the inner pillar. So the room is 40 by 40. The water is 25 feet to the little platform. The platform is the rest of the size of the room. There's a stairwell leading up to the next floor as well.
Is there a ceiling in this room?
Yes, it's very high.
How's very high?
Like 20.
20? Oh, you know what? So Merle casts web over the water to the platform and walks across.
What's the range of the web?
See. Fills twice the normal area is what this says. So let me see what the normal area of the web spell is. This is a new one for me, guys.
Wow, real magic is they would have had it pulled up already.
20-foot cube.
It's an item you just
if it's
gave
double,
him.
It's 40 foot.
It's not his own spell.
Yeah, so it's a 20-foot cube, so it's double, so it's 40 feet.
Okay, so as you start walking across, hands start reaching up through the webbing, and as the webbing starts to rip apart, the gripping hands grab your foot, and you can feel it melting your shoes.
Gross.
Wait,
Hey,
can we
hurry
not
up.
just go up the staircase? Is it on the other side of the water, I'm guessing?
Nope, staircase, you can just go to the whole next floor if you want.
Yeah, but
Oh.
if we're trying to get to the thing in the middle.
Why?
Why?
Treasure.
Trying to get to the GM.
Everybody's like, what are you doing? You're like in the middle of the...
Wait a minute. Why do we
Dude,
need
this-
to do that?
Dude, the stairs are right here. You don't want to mess with no acid cube.
All the hands are starting to like bust your web.
Oh my God,
it's
dude.
becoming very unstable as you're walking.
Whatever, fine, I walk back. Lame. There's something cool in that goo when I want it.
You've become such a rogue lately. What are you doing, Merle?
Merle has always liked loot. He's been a big fan of loot all the way through.
I'm just saying, like, we maybe don't need to die for this piece of loot.
Fine.
You guys aren't
Up
going
the
for
stairs
it?
we go.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's only 20, like, seriously.
That's
It's only
right.
25
got
feet.
it.
Well, I mean,
No, that's
we
fine.
can certainly try. I don't know what I can do about any of this. So, and if his like little web thing didn't work,
I mean, it
um,
worked. It was just, it's not.
like,
it's
I'm not,
a phone.
look, this is the things that Alora said. If you guys still want to keep on getting to loot, then do that. I'm not your guys' mom. You don't have to fucking listen to everything I say. Do the thing that you want to do. Alora is asking why. That's all.
A voice appears in everybody's mind. It's like herding cats around here. Okay, so you guys going to the next floor? Or are you guys going to attempt to get this puzzle?
I'm getting the fucking puzzle. I asked Sword, what do you think that we should do? And the Sword's like, get the fucking puzzle.
Run across faster.
Pretty sure you told your sword that. And you just told it to say that because it did not say anything to you.
How deep is this liquid?
It's acid.
You can't see to the bottom. Well, on closer inspection, it looks like it's about 30 feet.
Deep?
Yeah, because there's skeletons at the bottom. In your range estimation, being a football player, you figure it's about 30.
You imagine throwing a football to the skeletons. You know it'd be
Now,
about.
don't
30
forget,
feet.
you have a lackey here. He's willing to do whatever is necessary.
Oh, I wouldn't do that to the
Ooh.
poor lackey.
Here, get in there.
Hey, Tom.
Test the water out.
Well, he can't walk on the web. I can, though. If anybody else touches the web, they'll be stuck to it.
It's
Go on.
the hands are literally destroying your web. I mean,
Well,
they're not
so
just gonna
here's
leave it
my
there.
question. I mean, so in the spell description, like if fire burns the web, it's 5 foot cube of web exposed to fire burns away in one round.
It's not fire. And it's lots of hands. It's not just one hand coming up going, woo! It's like all the water just started, hands started, because it's attacking whatever is crossed over the top of it.
All right, Jason, can you yeet me across this?
Roll one. Roll one. Roll one.
I mean, he'd have to be pretty strong.
Yeah, I don't know if I can yeet you that far. I might be able to yeet myself that far.
Rolled like a 5. You break your neck on the side. You just fall into the liquid. There's nothing you can do because you're just paralyzed from the neck down.
How many skeletons are in the middle?
It's about 5. There's one that looked like he got really close to it, but they all look.
And are they melting as they like reach for it, or what?
They're still they're just skeletons inside this giant cube.
Oh, it's a giant cube in the middle? I thought it was like an orb.
No, the orb is in the middle of the cube that they're reaching for.
Oh, okay. How big's the cube?
It's the rest of the size of the area, so it's like 12 feet. So the pool is the 30 feet to the thing, and then the platform, the goo is at the edge of the platform basically, and envelops the rest of the thing. So it's not like you can just jump to the platform. The gel is on the platform.
Yeah, sounds an awful lot like a gelatinous cube.
Is this a well lit area?
Yeah, it's pretty bright in here.
Somebody could fly.
Okay. I'm going to. Where is it? I'm going to cast Mage Hand. I'm going to hold up my hand, and you see just like a golden mist come over it, and it extends beyond mine and starts floating towards the cube. I want to touch it.
Tonsus is like, my lady, and he he goes to try to wrap your hand because he's like, oh my god, but your hand obviously goes in the direction.
I smack.
But my hand doesn't come off. It's like
I know.
I smack Tonsus's hand. I just smack him, and I smack his outreached hand and be like, listen, you don't touch people unless they tell you that you can.
Yes, my lord.
Conjuration isn't consent.
Yeah.
as you're hitting him.
He pulls out a whip and he's like, bad, and he slaps himself once in the back, and he puts the whip back in his side pouch.
Okay, so I'm going to.
What's the range of your hand?
30 feet.
Okay, you get to the edge of the bubble or to the gel.
I touch it. Does anything happen?
Your hand doesn't have flesh or anything, does it?
Well, no, but it can manipulate things as if it does.
Oh yeah, you stick it and it's somewhat solid.
Okay.
Because you can move it around some.
Can I reach into the goo?
It's past your 30 feet.
Okay. Beans.
Beans.
I can't quite reach it, but I can't walk on the webbing.
Hey Merle, does that bug that you carry around have anything useful?
Oh, that's a good question. Hey, Tiny Tom, I look in my pocket like,
hey, buddy, and he's watching a TV in your pocket.
Little tiny TV.
Like, hey man, sorry to interrupt your stories, but do you can you take a look at this and see if maybe you could do something for us? Pops out.
He's like, and you look closely at the screen, and he's watching you guys from the inside of the pocket in a third-person view, looking down as you guys are looking at the cube. And he's like, a couple more piles of popcorn in his mouth, and he crawls out and he goes, "Huh, it looks cooler on HD." Yeah, these cubes, man. Well, shit. Nope. And he crawls back in.
Great.
Thanks for nothing, dude.
I don't know what to fucking do. I'm gonna go look at the door.
Okay, it's just a wooden door, same handle, same setup.
All right, I say for expedition purposes, we move forward. We can always come back later, I guess.
Yep. Okay, so you guys open the next door. What's the order in this room? Same orders?
Same as you had. Same as everything.
All right. So Jason, you open the door. Inside this room is a same 40-foot wide. Inside the room, floating around in the middle, kind of going back and forth, is a giant head, and it's got a shit ton of little arms and eyeballs, and a really gross mouth, and off in the back, you see a individual slumped over, and it looks like he's crocheting something. He's just sitting there, and he's weaving something. The string's in his hand, and it looks like he's weaving, and he's constantly moving as he makes eye contact with you guys. And the giant head, obviously, a few of the eyes see you guys walk in.
Hi. We're looking for the general manager.
The head turns around and he goes, "Hello."
Are you the general manager?
It laughs and some like goo comes out of its mouth. And
That's gross.
one of the eyes like kind of like shifts into like a hand thing, and it points towards the guy sitting there like, and he's like doing something with his hands, some twine or some type of multicolored string that he's manipulating.
Can we talk to him alone?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me just fly away. No. And roll a fucking dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Everybody or just
Yeah, just Jason.
Okay. Is this an attack I can see coming?
No.
Because if it is, I have advantage. That's a 13.
After his smartass comment, a beam of light shoots out of the eyeball and hits Jason. Well, I mean, I'm just giving you context. So usually it's just a flash and it's not even a beam. But
yeah, but if it's anything that I can see coming at me, I have advantage on it.
It blinks and you see Jason fall to his knees and he's asleep.
Dang.
No beaming light, just a blink. And
That's you being a barbarian.
he's like, "Cool guys." Merle.
So can Merle make like an Arcana or a history check or something like that to see if he knows what this orb with all the eyes are? Because Seth does, but I don't think Merle does.
Sure. I mean, there is a historian in your group. She could probably help out. But yeah, go ahead.
Not my turn yet.
Yeah. Right. So that would be a 15.
You kind of know. You played like the original rendition of the game, that like the second rendition of the game, and you kind of know what it is, but you just can't put your thumb on it. Eli. Oh wait, was it Eli or is it?
It's me.
I'm at the end.
Alora.
Okay, so I'm going to make a history check
Okay.
about what is the creature and what's it do. Ooh, nice. Okay, so that is a 21 or 20.
Okay. You know this as a beholder, but the type of beholder, you're not really sure what type of beholder it is, but you know that it's a very powerful creature and that each eye has its own attack and can do a variety of spells such as like sleep, petrification, telekinesis, incineration, stuff like that.
What language does it speak?
He speaks common.
That's it?
Yeah, he talked to you guys. So.
Well, I know, but like sometimes they can speak other languages.
Not that you know of. You
Okay.
don't recognize the type, but yeah, he's talking to you normal.
Okay. Well, that would be my turn to make a history check. So.
Okay, Eli.
I am gonna go ahead and just attack him because I don't see us really getting around him to get to where we need to.
Shillelagh. Okay.
Nope, I'm
Seven in his
actually.
eyes.
I'm actually going to. Yeah, I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna use the spell slot. I'm gonna use Ice Knife. So
Nice.
I imagine I conjure this little. I take my spell casting rod and kind of just in the air draw a little visage of a knife and just kind of shoot it forwards. And that will be. Ooh, that is a nat 20. I shit you not.
Nice.
Bitch. Okay.
First one of the night.
Woo!
All right, roll your damage.
Yep. And then you've got to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
Looks like Brent is melting away.
18 plus.
Oh, that passes.
Yep.
But he does take 13 damage.
Okay. As the blade goes, the same eye that hit Jason, you cleave it off, and goo sprays out of it. And it's like, oh shit! And it like curves off to the side. Wow, no one decided to wake up Jason. They just left him on the ground. Your squire, what's your squire doing?
He's waking up Jason.
Okay, he immediately starts CPR, and my lord, Jason, roll a reaction.
Can I just react?
Yeah, what's your reaction?
I'm gonna grab the back of his head and kiss him deeply and say, "You're a lovely man."
Okay. And once you let go, he's like, "He's alive, my lord! He's alive!" And he like, crawls back up. Jason, you are now woken up, and it's back at the top, so it's your action.
Right. I'm going to attack this thing that just shot me with shit, and I'm going to get a little upset doing it. So I'm going to pull on the fact that it not only just put me to sleep, but that it reminds me of a coach that I had once who had this like abnormally large eye, and every time he'd yell at me, it would just kind of pulse. And just channel that into rage and go off on him.
Nice.
And that's a 17 to hit. Well, on the die, so 25. 4.
Yep.
And then the damage is a D2d6. 17 damage.
Oh, God! And you did not cut one of his eyes off.
Oh.
And he... one of his eyeballs. Merle, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That'd be a 24.
Okay.
Dude, you picked the wrong guy for a dex throw.
You're thrown back out of the room onto the stairs. You don't take any damage, though.
Cool.
Like, a ripple of energy, like, pulsed from one of the eyes and blew you out the door. But you saved. You didn't take any damage, but it did knock you back. Laura.
Okay, I'm going to. I still have my guitar out. So the implication is that the guy that's like in the corner is the general manager.
As far as you can tell.
Okay. Just wondering how many, spell slots I should expend on this thing. It is a beholder. That sounds pretty bad. So I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get like shoulder to shoulder with Merle so that I don't hit him.
Oh, I'm in the back now. I'm out of the room.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got
knocked out of the room.
Okay, yeah. So no one's around it right now, right?
Just Jason.
Jason. Okay, yeah. So I'll
don't worry
come up
about me.
behind him. That's true. Maybe it'll be fine. I'm going to cast Thunderwave. It needs to make a con save.
Constitute. Ooh, plus 4.
Yeah.
19 plus 4.
Yeah.
23.
Fuck you. All right.
I got a 17.
You beat it. You're fine.
All the eyes are like, whoa!
It's going to take half damage, so it's going to take 4 damage.
Okay.
Same with you, Brent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to take 2.
Yep, because you're in rage. And Eli,
Nice.
roll
Are the-
a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. It's going to be 16 plus 3.
Okay. A cold force hits you, and you almost feel like your soul left your body. Your soul flexes back into your body.
Ooh.
That would have been bad.
Bendy soul.
And
Bendy soul.
he's going to cast a legendary act, and he's going to do a random eyeball attack, and he's going to attack Jason. So Jason, roll 3. Roll roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Say 16.
The beam of energy, the eye blinks at you, but it's the same eye that you've had with that coach, and you immediately fall back into that mindset of when he was berating you as a person, and you slightly get that fear of disappointment, and you let everybody down, and you're feared for a minute.
All right.
You're afeared.
I'm a third.
Bird.
Scared.
So yeah, you're just in fear. Oh, there we go. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and for a whole minute.
Right.
It's not too bad. Eli.
Well, you skipped Merle, I think.
Sorry, Merle.
Right?
No, I don't think we've gotten back around to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
we haven't.
okay.
My bad. Yeah. You get Eli. Fucking
Are
Merle.
is the general manager and this beholder within 20 feet of each other?
No.
No. All right.
Sorry, this room is 60 by 60. It's the top of the tower, so it's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Circular.
I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Fairy Fire then on the beholder. Do my jazz hands and get my twinkly lights going, and he's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
That will definitely pass.
What's his,
shit?
Does he take half or anything like that?
Nope. It works or it doesn't, essentially.
Oh, okay. So the fairy fire around him, like sparkles all around him, and he's like, ah, and he like turns off to the side, and he gets out of like the sparkliest ways. And the squire, what's the squire doing?
The squire, I'm gonna say that he's gonna attack the thing. He's getting tired of not attacking stuff. He hasn't really attacked much, so he's gonna attack. And let's see, he makes an attack with. How does he even have? Oh, does he? So on his character sheet, you don't have him with any weapons.
I know you're supposed to give him stuff. He's your squire.
Oh. Fair enough. Well, I guess.
Is he gonna go punch it?
Fair enough. Yeah, totally. He's gonna go punch it. He's gonna give it a right and a left because he's got 2 attacks. Okay. So he gives it a right and then action surges and gives it a left. Okay. So, nat 20 on the first one.
Yep.
So he throws a haymaker, and that does what? The hell is this? So it does 8 bludgeoning because it would have been 4, so it's doubled. So it does 8 bludgeoning damage. And then the second punch is a 2, so that's a 7 all day. So he misses with the second one.
Okay, so the first one, like an eye turns, and in slow motion, his hand connects to the eye, and like the socket closes around his fist and opens back up, and it's like, oh shit! And it like turns to the side, and it turns to glare at him, and then he needs to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, your boy's gonna die. So that's a 19 on the die, actually. So 21 total for a dexterity save.
I need him. I need you to roll 10d10.
10d10.
It's disintegrate.
It's a lot of fucking dice. I was like, holy shit.
Get out your white wolf pack.
Yeah, right? Or your masquerade.
Okay. 48.
Okay. The big eye looks at him, and you see it glow bright, and a black beam blows through the chest of Tonsis. As he turns and looks at you as you walk in the door, he falls to his knees, and he goes, I failed you, master. And he falls face down as it seems like his soul was ripped from his body, and he was death rayed, and he looks cold as ice as he lays there vacant. There's no hole; it just the beam went through him to, kill him.
To steal his soul.
Yeah, poor guy.
From your pocket, you hear, "Holy shit!"
I literally, I open my pocket up, like, "Hey, you want to get out here and give us a hand, bud?"
He looks up at you, and he's holding a Atari controller, and he's hitting a red button, and nothing's happening. He just looks like he's playing a game of Pong. And we're going to go back to the top. Jason.
I'm going to run into a corner.
You're feared, but you can still do stuff. You're just at disadvantage.
Oh, so it's the fear, not the fear spell?
Yeah, it's a fear effect, but
okay.
not.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing at it.
Okay. Disadvantage? But you had advantage to begin with, so it's basically just a straight roll.
No, that's an 18 on the die. So 25.
Okay. Jesus. Roll damage?
14 damage.
Okay. So what's it look like when you kill this beholder eye.
What?
I'm gonna slice off the eye that is making me afraid, and then I'm just gonna put the point of my weapon through its big eye and say, "Shut up, coach!"
Its mouth's like, what? As it pierces through its brain. All the eyes extend outward, and they go limp, and the floating head falls to the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna breathe
got
deeply
him.
and just like raise my sword up towards the GM.
As you pull your blade like up through its head to pull it out, a helmet visor, like your sword went through the visor, and so as you pull the blade up, a helmet comes out along with it.
Merle sleight of hands that sumbitch. So that's 29.
Dang.
There was a helmet there a second ago, I swear.
I get plus 11. Oh.
It just
He runs over-
disappeared.
runs over. Hey, what the hell's that? Huh?
Like, Merle, I was gonna hand you this helmet, but it disappeared.
So Merle's looking the helmet over and assuming that it's the last piece of his costume here.
Yeah, it's covered in gooey goo.
Mm.
I got a water skin. Clean it off.
You take your time cleaning off the head. Okay, so
Or someone could press the digitation it, I guess.
yes, right in the middle of fucking combat, you're toying with
Why don't you
toys.
give me a break?
As you guys are all standing there over the head, and it's slowly like gooing everywhere, and it's mushing into the ground. The GM stands up, and looks like he's still doing the strings in his hand. And as he looks at you, he says, "Well, it looks like you've made it to the end of the castle."
Don't tell me my princess is in another castle.
Oh shit, the girl. Yeah. He walks over, he pulls one of the torch levers, and on the ceiling opens up, and a cage comes down, and Sophie stands there, and she's just waiting in her typical creepy.
Hello. So she
And,
said.
yeah. And as he does that, he unwinds one of the strings, and he goes, "Well, this one is for you." And he flicks the string in your guys' general direction. As it lands on the ground, it spirals up. The room is enveloped with light, and everything is washed in a white and bluish tint. And another flash, and you guys are on the road outside of the hotel, or the scoots are on the ground, or outside of next to you. And then behind you, you see the hotel itself in a bright flash from the tower envelop the area, and the hotel disappears.
Oh man, I left my wallet in there.
Sophie is with you guys, by the way. She's standing.
That's good.
Good.
And
I'm
that's
gonna check my
Everything's
quest
gone.
log.
yeah, it says complete.
Woo!
What
Everybody,
the hell?
you guys, everybody gained a level, and
Again.
each gained 100,000 credits.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
And you guys all
Dang.
have your magical items that you've gotten anymore, so I'm not giving you anything else. And that's the end of the Hotel Passchendaele. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this mini Halloween arc. Hey, Lee, why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Hey Crumpeters, we have a couple quick announcements at the end of the show here. We're going to have another holiday special for the winter time, and I'll be acting as guest DM, and Kelly gets to be a player. So we'll be having a lot of new NPCs, and if you want to get your name on any of those, you can tell all your friends about us on Twitter using our new handle at @DND_crumpets. Make sure to use that new one, the old one just wasn't working out for us. You can also leave us a review on iTunes, and we'll make sure to get your name on the show. We really do appreciate you telling your friends about us and leaving reviews. Words from our fans is the best way to get the word out for us. Also, if you could take a look at our new website at crumpetsandkerosene.com, we put up some player bios, and you can download episodes straight from there, and we even have some merch for you guys. Thank you so much. Download next week's episode to find out what happens to our gamers. You can find and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and anywhere that you find podcasts. You can find all of our social media accounts on our website, crumpetsandkerosene.com. And there you can send us a message with comments or suggestions for the show. We'd also really love it if you would leave us a review on iTunes. Sound effects are sourced from freesound.com and Vegas Pro 17, and all of our editing is done in-house. Special thanks to Iron Heed for letting us use their song Heroes off of their album Enter the Dungeon as the intro and outro to our show.
Not to fuck it up and
Is that a turkey?
yeah. Oh shit!
It upset someone's dog.
Yeah, I'm really good at those.
What? Making dogs go off?
No, I was trying to
Making
make
dogs get off. What?
What?
Fucking sick.
Is that what you
Well,
do
I mean-
for your off time?
That's why you become a
You're the one
druid.
who said it.
That's why you became a druid.
Terrible.
Oh, that's rotten.
You should all be ashamed.
I mean, is there another reason to become a druid?
Druid
Maybe
craft.
he's into plants, you know? They got those vines
Yeah.
and stuff.
Hold
It's great.
on.
Sounds like he's into constructs.
So you've got the character sheet for Tiny Tom, right?
Yeah,
Because-
yeah.
I expect Tiny Tom to have some action here. He's got
So
some
if there's
pretty
an
sweet spells.
animated sex doll, can he control it?
What?
I don't think so. It's not very natural, is it?
No, but he can control
No.
constructs.
I'm not a natural druid though. I'm like a
Yeah, he controls constructs.
anti-druid.
Oh, that's right.
Constructs and fiends. Yeah.
You can control
It would
fiends.
have
too.
to be like a puppet.
Yeah.
There you go, Seth.
Constructs and fiends were what I chose.